Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to my channel. Um, Today is Sunday for me, the 4th. My back is getting better, but not great. But by the time you see this, I think this will go up on Wednesday. I should be back to my old chipper self, I hope, because I've got plenty that I got to do. So anyway, as promised, I said I would bring you guys along as I plan some things. So I'm going to work on the cluster. That being said, I'm thinking about how this is going to be. And I think I'm going to just not close this, because I'm going to just flip that back for the moment. We're going to bring that up and this way, and then up and this way. Come on, get in there. And then up and this way and around, because I want it closed. I'm just gonna flip this over this one a little bit, I think. Or you know what? I'll do this. This will be good. We'll just use this to keep this kind of down and out of the way. I want to remember, actually I should probably flip that up, but I want to remember that this little piece is gonna flip up here. So, you know, I'm going to undo this. The process. Okay, I'm thinking now, if this is going to flip up this way, and let me just put this here, maybe this can go here. Maybe we can make the flap a little bit part of the cluster. In which case, this can go a little bit further over here. That might be a good idea. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the, there's some thoughts and ideas right here, but I don't know that we're going with that. We're going to do this squirrel. Me too can kind of go over that. So let's go ahead. How tall do we want this? I want it short enough to go down here. Okay, so let's just start down here, as close as we can get to these flowers. And go ahead. We're going to do it kind of in the same vein that we did the 2 or 4 actually inside. And bring this down this way. Okay, and I think I am then going to use part of this to build the cluster on. So let's just put that there, and let's see how we would want a tag to go in here. So what do I think? I'm wondering, do I want to go back to this stuff again? Or I'm wondering if I have something else that I would like. Now I know I don't want that. Let me see something here. I have some other, I do, now that I'm down here again today, I want to collect the, names of everything that I'm using. I know I'm a little off camera here. Let me see this. What do I think of this with this? I kind of like that, though I don't want it that wide. So, how wide? How wide do I think? Okay, I like it, but no. All right, I think I'm gonna have to think about something else. Just neutral kind of pattern. What do we think? My nose is running. I thought it might have been allergies, but it's not. It's a springtime cold. So I apologize. But from time to time, I may have to blow my nose a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. Alrighty, that's this one. Some of these I don't have cut yet. A lot of these I don't have cut yet. And I'll explain that system to you too when I get around to some of that stuff. No, that's what this little thing means on this label. It means that there's still stuff in here that has to be cut. And eventually, when I do get it all cut, it'll just get a big black check mark over it telling me that it is finished, that is complete. So, oh my goodness, my brain isn't working well enough for this stuff today, I'm afraid. So, but I'm gonna view this like one of those challenges, you know, and oh my gosh, let me see what I have here. No, there's no point in that, is there? Okay, I think I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna decide how big I want this little corner piece. That is not a pencil. Okay, I don't want it to come past here. Okay, and we're just gonna make it however square that might be. So this is just about 2 inches. I think we could do 2 inches. So we'll go ahead and mark this 2 inches up. And I'll leave it where it is. All right, I think instead of dragging up my, what do you call it here, on a desk that has no room to put a big trimmer, I think we're just gonna go ahead and do this. So I'm gonna go from that little dot, wherever that is, right there, I hope. Yep, that's it, okay. Okay, there to, sure doesn't look like 2. It is it? It is the top one. All right, it is this. Yeah, okay. Let's hope I'm right. Because that's what's getting it here. Looks okay. I just don't feel like it's right. It is right though. I'm gonna just make it nice and long so I can't mistake it. As soon as I move it, I don't know where I am. So, what's happening for me this week? We are having our 2nd annual volunteer recognition dinner for all of the volunteers who have helped us out through the years. Not through the year, through the year. A lot of them have helped us out through the years. But we're having that on Thursday the 15th. So, of course, as is with a lot of cases, people have not responded. I think I've invited 118, and I think I've gotten 10 that have said yes and 4 who have said no. So I've got to start calling them all because yesterday, the 3rd, was the RSVP date. Yeah, and it did say, please RSVP with acceptance or regrets. And people just don't do it. I don't get it. I had to do the same thing last year and call, 80 people to try to, and this is going to go down here. I do think I want to reinforce this a little bit, but not with anything heavy. So let's see what I have just out this way. So I don't have to, you know what? I'll just try to reinforce it right here. I'll just do another piece. Yeah, that's it. I'll glue this down and just cut another piece with it. That'll be fine. That will be fine. Fine, fine, fine. So anyway, so I do have that coming up on the 8th, which is this Thursday coming, which you'll see this video on Wednesday, so it'll actually be the next day from when you see this video. My son is coming in from New Jersey to spend, well, he's taking 9 days, but it takes a whole day to travel by train from New Jersey out here and then back again. So he will be coming in on the 8th and leaving on the 19th. So I will have him here for Mother's Day. However, my husband is not going to be here for Mother's Day because church calls. And that weekend, I gotta find what I do with my thing here, is our youth camp. And he has to go to youth camp Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 9th, 10th, and the 11th. So he will not be here. And I have said to our higher-ups, as have many, why in the world do you make youth camp on Mother's Day weekend? You take the kids away from their moms on Mother's Day. Just doesn't seem right. So, yeah. So I do believe now they've heard us. And they are attempting to change that issue, which would be a good idea. But in any case, my husband has to go to youth camp. So he will be home, though, about 4 o'clock or so. Sunday afternoon. So once he settles down and unwinds for a couple of hours, I guess maybe we'll go out to dinner for Mother's Day. And I never choose anything fancy or need anything big. So yeah. So anyway, for years I'd always tell them, let's just get Subway sandwiches. For those of you who know what Subway is. I'm trying to think, maybe I would want, I know you're not like maybe seeing this that well, but I'm trying to see if maybe I want something that adds a little more color to it, like this green one. Or we have a blue. There is blue in here. I think I like the green. It adds a pop of color, but not a whole bunch. So, all right, now I'm getting warm. I still have not parted with my crazy old holy sweater down here. I keep it just in case. Now I can't get it off my arms. Okay. So yeah, so my back is doing better. I'm able to stand up straight carefully. And, okay, I'm thinking a little cheesecloth, perhaps, down here on the cluster, underneath the word, perhaps. All right, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to make it, I'm wondering, let me just stick this on from the side. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it so that when you take this, it'll tuck under, but this really won't tuck. You know, I really can't get it to tuck under, and I don't know if I'd be able to get it to bend back to tuck it under. So we're really looking at keeping the cluster I may actually have to make that a little bit bigger, put more paper on that. As long as this is stable, that's my main concern. And I'm thinking about putting these mushrooms with this little guy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I think, let's go down this way. Okay. Put that piece back here. It really doesn't do it, does it? I think I do like that. All right, what I need to do is I need to make a card that's going to fit in here. That's going to be a little too small. So let me try to grab another piece here and make a decision on how big I want the card. So I want it no more than 5 inches. I'm going to say, where'd my little squirrel go? Where'd my little squirrel go? I was going to say about 4.5. So let's go. All right, 5 inches is good. We're going to make it 5, and I don't mind it coming over this way. So 5 inches by 2 3/4, I think. And this at the widest is 2 3/8. Okay. So let me go ahead. Just going to push these things up here to the side a little bit. Again, I'm trying to keep myself in line here. I think I like it here. Let's see how wide this is then. If we go from side to side. Too big. I want, what did I say? About 2 3/4? 3? 2 3/4, I think. Okay. So 2 3/4 would be about here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just go ahead and cut this. I'm just gonna tear this out here, and I will glue it onto the size of the card that I choose. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll go down here. This may not be very straight, but we will do our best to be as straight as possible. Okay. Let's put that over there. And this one I said 5 by 2 3/4, right? So I'm gonna just pull this out because it will be easier to do it here. 2 3/4. Let's put that back up there. By 5, and we'll see how that looks. Okay. All right. We'll see how that looks on here. Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And if I really want it to go over a little bit more, I can pull the pocket in, which I think I will. All right, so that's a good size. Let's move that here and decide what we want. And I think I want this red. So we're gonna go, let's just go ahead and do it there. All right. Before I get started, let's do my inking. Okay, I want to try to, I'm a little bit more mobile today. See if I can see if it's still recording. So anyway, so I'm trying to think of things that we could do. I was hoping we'd be able to go to a local baseball game, but unfortunately our little local team called the Mill Rats, lovely name, Welcome to rural Pennsylvania. That's because there was a lot of mills around here for coal and steel. Yeah, so it's a historical name that they would call, I guess, the people who worked in the mills at all hours, maybe all day long, around the clock for some, not for the same people, of course, but anyway. Unfortunately, though, my son goes home on Monday, on the 19th, and I believe the first game of their season is the 23rd, Friday, the end of the week. So, yeah. So we're going to miss that. I also thought perhaps we could go bowling, which may be out of the question for me, but I can watch. We'll see how my back is. I'm not a bowler. So just, you know, let's get that straight right from the get-go. I am not a bowler. So, yeah. So anyway, but my son enjoys bowling, and my husband and my brother-in-law enjoy bowling. So then I thought maybe we could go to a movie. I don't want to just sit and do nothing. And there's not a whole bunch of attractions out this way that don't have to do with, I got a plug in here, that don't have to do with the Great Johnstown Flood of 1889. People actually learn about it in school. It was that historic. And yeah, so a lot of the attractions around here have to do with that, and the stories behind how many people had died. And, you know, there was well over 2,000 people who died, and all of their stories. And, you know, the museums have the bits and pieces that were found after the flood, you know, shoes of little kids, and, you know, a doll or a teapot or something that was found after families had been completely wiped out by the flood. So it's interesting, but it's got to be your thing to you know, to go around and look at all of these sites and hear all these very, very sad stories. And yeah, so needless to say, that's not really, and we've already gone to the one museum one time when he was here, and I think it disturbed him a little bit. So I would like not to lose this glue, if that is at all possible. That has just volcanoed out of the top of my jar here. Well, that was not very good. Wipe that off. Okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cut from here. All right, get my... So anyway, but they do like playing video games. My son is of that generation, and, you know, boys will be boys. So my brother-in-law likes it, and my husband likes it, and my son likes it, and I don't. So it'll give them some time to play together. Maybe I can get down here and do another video while he's visiting. So we'll see. So we do have my dinner, the volunteer dinner will be going on when he's here. So, and he can help me with that, which is really good, because I know he will. I call him a kid. He's not a kid. He's a grown man. He's 36 years old, almost 36 years old. And yeah, but he's my good egg. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm wondering, do I want to do leaves like I did on the other ones? And the question is, where did I put that envelope with the leaves? Very good question. I do not believe this is it. No, this is another one. All right, let's see what kind of flowers we have in this one. Big flowers. 2 pink, 2 yellow, too blue. They're flowery flowers, and that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking something a little more woodsy. You know what I think? Let me get this back on here. I think I will. I don't think I have my other scissors down here. So I think I'm going to cut these out of here. Just these, maybe these 3. Go this way. Excuse me. Okay, whoops. Down a little more. I do have to ink again, so. All right. I think try this. I'm going to see if I can go around him with this somehow. Perhaps. Dearie. All right, I'm going to take this one off. And just do these 2.
Hey, you gonna go rest your back for a while?
I will in a little while.
Gee.
I know. I'm gonna go put my clothes in the dryer soon, and then I'll go upstairs for the hour.
Yeah, I don't want you to get all inflamed so you can ride in the car tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
ice?
No, not right now. When I go up, I will. The bag is still on the sink upstairs. Okay. My little nursemaid taking care of me. He brought my laundry down because yesterday was supposed to be laundry day, but I just didn't have it in me. I just couldn't. So, but today I was feeling a little bit better, so he, after church, I didn't go to church, which I never miss church. But after church, when he came home, he brought, we had some lunch, and then a little while later, he brought my laundry down for me. And I'm sitting down here to move it around, because that much I can do in the present condition I'm in. And, let me do this. And then he'll carry it back up for me. So, but he's worried that I'm, doing something that might hurt me. But actually, the chair that I'm sitting in, it's an office chair. And, it's adjustable, but I just adjust the height of the seat. I don't like it leaning back or anything like that. So that's all locked into place. It does swivel, which is good. But it's a very comfortable chair. So it's actually a pretty good chair to sit in. Oh, here it is. So yeah, so I'm happy with sitting here. And in a few minutes, once I'm done with this, I will go change my clothes around, though I do have to watch my clock. I do have to take a shower today and get ready because we have to go up to our camp for a conference day tomorrow. And I think it's okay there. I think I'll just put it under there. I think that'll be all right. see, one of these, getting hooked in the thing here. I want to put one up here like that. Coming up from behind there. Maybe. I like that. Let's ink that little puppy. Yeah, so it's a 2-hour ride up and a 2-hour ride back. But we did get our van back from the auto body shop. I don't know if I had said anything at all, to tell you the truth, but back in January, my husband's dad passed away on January 29th, and he had been sick. I think I had mentioned that, and he had been going back and forth to Syracuse to help take care of, you know, situations. And we had a very close family member who has actually friend of the family, who had been living with my in-laws for the past 15 years or so, and has, of course, become family to us. And my father-in-law got very sick. He ended up in the hospital in the end of May or beginning of June last year. They did let him come home. Oh, I didn't put this on. Get off my finger. I got to peel this up. I have to peel this up. Peel it up, peel it up. There we go. All right, I'll put that back down in a minute. I think I'll use both glues right now, but that is coming out the top again. So yeah, he was very ill. He was 88 last year, and 88? Yeah, 88 last year. He would have been 89 this June. And I had a blob of glue right there. I'm trying to avoid it with this tip. It's going to ooze out when I put it down, but that's all right. Put it this way, curve that a little bit. Okay. But yeah, he ended up back in long-term care. In the interim, we knew that my mother-in-law's memory had been becoming an issue, and things were not going well with her either. She is 86 right now and going to be 87 in June. And I really would like those leaves. I don't know where I put them. No, that's not it. What did I do with those leaves? Where did I put them? I had them. See, I've made a mess again on here, and now I don't know what I've done with stuff. Ay. It's not good, not good, not good. Okay, give me 1 second. Because I have to blow my nose again. Oh, and I have a question to ask you guys. You know what? I think in one of these there were leaves. Let me look in here and see if this was the one that had leaves in it. Yeah, okay. It is. I think I'll just do the one. I made a whole bunch of these because I just love the way they worked with so many things. So, so anyway, yeah, so he was in long-term care, and in January, beginning of January, he developed pneumonia, which of course is not ever good because he was basically bedridden. He had lost the use of his legs and had some kidney issues and all kinds of sad things. And about 10 o'clock at night on the 28th of January, my sister-in-law called, my husband's sister, and said that because she was the medical proxy, she's the oldest, and she was the medical proxy for my in-laws. And she said she had just gotten a phone call from the hospital that they had taken my father-in-law to the hospital because of the pneumonia, and it did not look good. And yeah, so doctor suggested they get on their way up. Now, my sister-in-law is about 4 or 5 hours away from my in-laws. We are 5 to 6 hours away from my in-laws. And my other sister-in-law is about 5 hours away, all in different directions. But on the way up, to make a long story short, in the middle of the night, about, I don't know, what did he say, about 2 or 2:30 in the morning, whatever it was, my husband hit a deer. Now, fortunately, for whatever the reason was, the deer jumped out in the middle of the road, just jumped out in front of him. And this is gonna make a mess out of my thing. And laid down in front of the vehicle, which is a very unusual thing. But for anybody who has ever hit a deer or knows anybody who has hit a deer, generally they render your car useless upon impact. With the deer laying down, my husband said he laid down, he goes, and I couldn't stop. He said, I went over him like a speed bump. He said, I couldn't stop. There was damage to the bottom of the vehicle, but it was drivable. Thank God. But trying to get it into a auto body place, having to order the parts and blah, 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 and all this other stuff, has been ridiculous. It happened that following morning, which would have been the 29th, which was the day my father-in-law passed. And sadly, because of the hitting the deer, my husband and brother-in-law didn't get to the hospital to see their dad before he passed away. He passed away about 15 minutes before they got there. But in any case, so that was January 29th, and we couldn't get the car in to be fixed until April 14th, if you can believe it. And they have had it since April 14th until this past Friday, which was May 2nd. Yeah. So just really nuts. So they had it for like 16 days. So we've been, oh my gosh, I really should learn to cover this because it is just billowing out. Try to cover that. I'll get rid of that one. All right. So we have this. Now, what did I do with the piece, guys? Oh my gosh, everything's blending. All right. So that's going to go in there like so. I don't think I'm going to put anything on it. I may put some sort of a little tab or something. I don't know. Just to have a little more something than just this. But let's see what the, what do you call it, gives us here. Let me ink this fella. So all that to say, we have the regular minivan back now, so we don't have to drive the church van, which is a 12-passenger van and not the most comfortable ride. Yeah. So it's a lot nicer for me. If my back is going to hurt, it's a lot more comfortable. So, yeah, so we'll just have to see. I really do not know what I want to do for a cluster. I'm going to leave this on here, but I'm going to try to make the cluster on anything. Do I have? Oh, you know what? What did I do with that? Here we go. Let's get down here. This is a bigger piece. We'll try to do the cluster on here. Okay. I think I would want a different flower. Or maybe no flower. Let's see, what do we have in here? I did not set my timer, so let me check my thing here. I'm at 40 minutes just. Okay, I'm a little concerned. Hopefully I won't run out of. This is mostly farm. I was trying to stick more with woodland. These are bigger ones. Let's go over and see if I can find something a little smaller. What is in here? No. Okay. Oh, maybe the small ones are in here. I thought I had teeny tiny things. Oh yeah, here we go. Thought I had teeny tiny things. Let's see. Trying to find something more woodland, but it's more farm. Okay, that's not doing it for me. If for some reason this abruptly stops, I apologize, because I really don't know how long I can go with a video before my phone will say, nope, no more, sorry. I have cows in one and pigs in the other. And I'm not seeing anything. See, now I wish I had done this in advance so that you guys didn't have to see me go through all this torture trying to find something. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of make my own thing here. Okay, I am gonna go down here and I am going to get, I think, let's try this one. We'll go 1 3/4 and we'll build off of this, perhaps for a circle. And then that's gonna go across the other bottom. I'm trying to get rid of the, okay, I think, I don't know, it just is not doing it for me. I don't know why. I don't know why. All right, let's go here. I'm wondering if I need a more colorful butterfly, maybe. You know? Maybe I should do that. Because even that isn't... Excuse me. Okay, let's see. See a paler one in here. That one's better. Or this one. Okay. Let's have a look at these and see what I think. Excuse me. So sorry. Okay. He's gonna go in there. I think I'm gonna root for this one more. All right, let's put that in there. Let's go ahead and ink these guys. And I am gonna have to put these onto something else behind it so that it okay. All right, let's go with a little cheesecloth. What do we think? Go on this end. I'm trying to see if I have a wider end, not particularly, so let's just go with that. And get our Japanese glue. Put that down. Okay. And we'll scrunch this up some. Okay. And let's go ahead and put this on. I have to use this because it's going through the cheesecloth. I think it's time to fill this up or just get a different bottle and cover that up. Put that there. Oh, I got rid of my, oh goodness, excuse me, trying to reach and my back didn't want to. All right. Okay. So we'll put that there. Then let's get these little guys. Let's try to put this under here. Okay. And we'll put this one you know what, I think we'll be okay. Put that one down here. Move that up a little higher. Yeah, okay. Just a little something. It was very hard trying to find something woodland, so that wasn't working. So I'm just gonna put that up a little bit higher. Try to make it straight if I can. Okay. I don't know what they're watching, but they're happy. Cheering away up there. It's Sunday. I'm sure it's some sort of a sport. So, all right, let's get this glued down here. Okay. All right, if I put that there, okay, it can still kind of go over that. I think let's see, I may have made a mistake here. Actually, you know, it's not bad. I think it'll be okay. All right, I am going to glue this to the top here. All right, so let's do that. It's not what I intended, but the bottom of this would be completely covered if I put it all the way down to the bottom. So I will put it just to the top of this flap. Okay. I will take another little piece of cheesecloth. Go on this end because it's a little straighter. I kind of like that. So this one won't tear this way. Let go. Time for me to clean this desk because things are sticking to each other and it's getting totally unreasonable. Totally. Okay. Hey, go back there. All right, let's get our glue. Okay, put that here. Pull you over a little bit more. Scrunch it just a little bit. Just a little. And then we'll get this. Let's try to use this on here. And let's hope this works. I'm going to put that there. If I can make it straight. Okay, that's not bad. All right, so I'm going to pull this out. If I can get this one off. There we go. And this one off. Okay. So this is it now closed. All right, let's put that under there. And then what I do with the little, oh my goodness. My goodness gravy. I can hide this perhaps under this glue, under this cheesecloth. No, I'm not even gonna try. Put the glue all the way over there. And then this closes here like so. And then we're gonna go down. See how everything's sticking? And here, and then down, and here, and down, and here, and around. Like that, okay. Let me put that away. Let me see if I can get the card in. Totally forgot about that. All right, let me put that away. Let's see if we could just go ahead and slide this card in without any. Okay, it's not going where I want it to go. So let me undo it. It's going underneath the pieces rather than in the pockets. So let me go ahead. Actually, put that back, and that's going to slide under there like so. Let me put this one up here. Okay, and then that closes. So then down and here and down and here and that way. Okay, so that's what it looks like on this side. Just gonna try to put these things back in here and flip this closed. These are kind of a envelope thing I made out of big envelopes years ago. Okay, so that's what it would look like. Done. I think we are finished with it. I think it looks kind of cute. Right? Put that right in there. I think I was going to put the cluster on this side, wasn't I? Oh well, I think it looks nice here. It goes in the pocket anyway, right? So that's it. So that is our piece all done, guys. I'm not going to take any longer. I do have to find my pin, but let's use a different one for right now until the green one turns up. Oh goodness. Okay, in we go. All right, so that's it for now, guys. Sorry it took so long. It was a little bit longer process. I'm still working on this, but that's it for now. So you will see me again. Hopefully I'll get another video up, 1 or 2 for this weekend coming, and we will take it from there. But in the meantime, that is it. I'm going to try to stand up to shut off my thing here. So in the meantime, be safe, be happy, and be blessed, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.